it's Net. Welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been a long time since I've sat down to film any sort of planning or memory keeping video. I mean, I used to do these so much in 2020 with my bullet journal and stuff, but I've been really just trying to enjoy my journals and not pressure myself to film anything. But I feel like I go in cycles. Sometimes I feel really pressured to film and then it just kills my passion because I have to film so much. And then I go back to just in a cocoon where I journal on my own, and then I'm like back and I just want to film so many videos, and I'm starting to get that feeling where I want to film more. So hopefully you guys don't mind a couple more planning videos coming your way soon. But today I'm actually going to be planning, well, not planning, but kind of retrospectively planning memory keeping the week prior, although this is going to be like 2 weeks prior. So I'm going to use this beautiful kit. It's called Lavender Fields from Hello Petite Paper. It's beautiful color. Really, I like to use kits that represent something about the week, and last week was quite a blue, cold week. I don't know why I'm like slowly trying to think, but it was quite rainy, and I don't think I have any like super rainy kits. I tend to always gravitate to spring and colorful kits, so none of that would really exist in anything I own. I do have some winter kits, but we're not technically in winter yet in Australia. We still have another week or so before we officially enter, so I want to save those kits for actual winter, but I just felt like these cooler colors kind of felt appropriate. So let's flip to the week. No, it's not that week. This is the week. Yes, this was the last week. Although it's gonna be Violet's birthday next week. How exciting. All right, let me zoom out so you can kind of see the whole spread. This is my Whistle and Birch vertical planner. I am loving this planner so much. You guys know that I used to be in the Erin Condren planner, but I'm really glad that I made the switch. I know I made the switch not to purposely try new planners, but I'm actually in retrospect really glad, and it just feels so nice that this is a Melbourne based company. So I'm gonna do what I usually do. This is gonna be a really chatty video, by the way, so if you don't like chatty videos, then feel free to exit and join maybe when I do a voiceover or just a sped up one with music on it. But I'm just gonna be chatting because I feel like I haven't done that in a while. I'm gonna put down the standard bottom strips, weather, all that sort of stuff, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I realized because when I pulled out the kit I forgot to pull out the full boxes, so I had to go back and grab them, and realized that the quote box said spring is here, which is the complete opposite of what's happening in Australia. But I've already committed because I already started putting down some of the stickers, so I was like, that's fine. Maybe I'll do something funny while I'll cross out spring and I'll be like, autumn is here. But anyways, yeah, that was a mess up on my part, but too late, we're already too far down in the rabbit hole. So Monday was a really great day in the sense that I had taken the day off work. Tobias and I are kind of committed to trying to take more time off work, especially because this year, well, pretty much the last year or so, no one's really been able to take any time off work. Everyone has just been focused on work because you can't travel anywhere, and in my circle, most people only take time off work to travel. So yeah, that's why we haven't really taken any time off work. And I think I actually did a vlog on that a while back. You'll be able to find it now. Actually, I can't talk and write at the same time. Day off work. But if you check out my vlog channel, I went into a little bit more detail as to why I've not been feeling so great. And I think part of it, I mean, there's a lot of components to it, but one of it is probably that I'm not being able to take any time. Not that I'm not able to, but I just haven't been, because I associate time off with travel, when actually time off work is just that, time off work. And so you don't actually need to go anywhere. You can just stay at home, but you just don't think about work. So that's why we've tried taking a couple days every month, because we have so much leave built up from last year. So we're going to do that. I don't think we're actually going to be traveling anywhere outside of Australia this year. I don't think it's possible, to be honest. It's just too much going on. So yeah, we made it a long weekend. I'm just trying to remember what happened. I record everything that happens in my Hobonichi, so I can kind of refer to that if I forget. But I remember there being quite a bit of house drama. That's right. So I'll take one of these. Oh, I'm telling you, this is going to be rambly. So, house drama. Basically what happened is that our house has 2 stages of renovation. Because we live in a double-story house, we decided to tackle it downstairs and upstairs, and the downstairs didn't quite get completed. There was quite a bit of delay for whatever reason, lack of planning, etc. And so then what ended happening is that it's probably like 90% done, but the company we're using has all the materials that would be used upstairs. It's all the same materials basically, because we want upstairs and downstairs to match. And so we decided to just sign them on anyways, and let's just continue going on the path with them for the upstairs. And so we signed a new contract. They've come in to start doing that. So it's kind of messy in that the entire house is done but not done, so we can't quite use it. And so it's a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. But for the first round of renovations, I think maybe they just really had nothing else going on, because it was around lockdown period for Melbourne. So we had a lot of good people come in and do some amazing work. Now everyone's really busy. So now they're coming in with people who I feel just aren't as skilled or talented. And it's really annoying, because what's happening is that they brought people who are doing a really poor job, and then we'd had to go back. So we've got, basically the company's run by one person who, he himself has amazing work ethic. He's really great at what he does. I think I'm going to put a bit of washi tape there. He's really great at what he does, but he needs to outsource everything because he can't possibly be working on 3 or 4 houses in one go. So he brought in someone who was not doing the greatest job. I don't have any pictures. I think if I do, I'll share them on my vlog channel, but it was just not great. It was really poor quality. Honestly, I felt like I could have done a better job, which is saying something because I am not a handy person at all. And so we had to basically turn down all that work and say, you need to redo this because it's really bad. And honestly, when he saw it as well, he felt terrible and he felt really bad. And he's like, this is not the standard of work that I'm used to either. I just realized I could have used this day off sticker for here. That would have been really cute. But yeah, he felt really bad, but it means that everything is getting delayed because he's now going to he's personally going to have to redo the work himself, because I think he knows that we only trust him to do it, which just slows everything down. So that all came to a head on Monday because the guy came back. I think this was the same person we said 2 or 3 times that we weren't happy with. He came back finally one last time and did a really bad job. And it was actually structural stuff at this point, so it was really important to get right. Otherwise, the whole house would have issues and could cave. I'm sure the house would cave in, but it was very stressful. So I remember that morning being super stressful. And then I think I spent the afternoon doing some sticker work. So it's really odd when I'm doing memory keep because I'm very used to having these like full page check boxes. These using those, but it feels kind of weird to kind of make a list retrospectively and then check it off. Like usually they're used to make a list for the future and then you check it off if you get it done or not. But that's okay. So what I might do, so I want to balance my spread as well, not have too much same. Put that there. And then I'll put this. Actually, I think this might be nicer with the flag. Yeah, that would look much nicer with the flag. Just don't know if I'm able to. What I'll do is I'll stick it here first so I can kind of gauge what it looks like and then put it down as a full sticker, because otherwise I might not get it centered properly. So yeah, now it's like a sticker on its own and I can like center it a little bit better, and that looks nice. Oh, it seems, sorry, I don't know if the exposure seems really bright today. Hopefully that's a little bit better. I don't know if I should write anything. I feel like, you know what, I'm just gonna leave it. I feel like I'm gonna ruin it if I write something down, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. And then I think I spent pretty much the rest of the day just decluttering. Like, I honestly don't really spend the time doing very much else, like my days off. It's just nice to not have to think about work, and I can wake up when I feel like it, and I'm not stressed. So let me put this down here. Declutter house. And I think I was basically spending the afternoon doing a bunch of administrative work. So I don't know if I have, maybe I have a laptop sticker. So I'm using my Once More with Love mini sticker book just to kind of work out what I can use. This seems so cute. Will this fit? Just. This laptop sticker is from Stick With Me. This one is from Obsessed With Love or Obsessed With Cute, a really old sticker shop that doesn't exist anymore, but I bought so many digital files, so I'm probably going to still keep using because I can just print and cut them myself, but unfortunately the store doesn't exist anymore. But Stick With Me is still around. She's just not very active on social media. I think she's, like most people, just really busy with offline life, but her store's still around. And I noticed that she used to be based in Canada, but now she seems to be based in Europe, like Switzerland or something, which I wonder what happened there. I think that'd be so interesting. But I love her stickers, so I would still always order from her. Working, okay. Oh, my handwriting is so... Ugh, my handwriting, it's just so not nice. It's not structured. It's okay. I'm trying to learn to accept that sometimes it's nice for handwriting to be a little bit askew and not totally perfect. Just kind of makes it more nice and organic. So I went back to work on Tuesday. So my work week begins. And I work from home most days at the moment. I think I only go into work 1 or 2 days. It depends on the week itself, but I should at least go in at least 1 day a week into the office. But yeah, for the most part, I'm working from home, which I love. I'm very introverted, and so my introverted personality is in love with the idea of just working from home. So I'm kind of working backwards a little bit as to like what stickers to put down, because I kind of remember it as I go. I remember doing a lot of YouTube work, so I'm just gonna put down YouTube work. I'm finally getting on top of some of the videos, although I'm not gonna promise anything because who knows what will happen. But I was glad to get some of that work done. And then actually I'm not gonna use that half box. I think I'm gonna use this half box. This one feels like it fits this a little bit better and it's not too repetitive. And I did a lot of planning work. I think I feel like for a while I was just kind of like treading water and just trying to get things done whenever they were coming up, but I wasn't actually thinking ahead of, well, what videos do I want to film, what content do I want to release? And I still don't quite know that, but I'm finally in a bit of a headspace where I can start to think about that a bit more, which is really nice. So I'm going to put this little land sticker. I don't remember the shop this came from now that I'm looking at it. Here we go, Lemon Paper Co. The problem is that I take all the stickers out and I put them in this book, so I forget what stores they're from, but I still want to call them out if I can remember. So yeah, Lemon Paper Co. Love these planners, they're so cute. I'm just going to say planning content. It was a bunch of other stuff as well, but planning content was probably most of it. And then I'm going to put a little bit of washi strips there. I think I'll use the blue one just to mark that off. I'm trying not to white out the lines if I don't have to. and just kind of cover them up with stickers instead. Internet bill came through, so I'll just put that there. Internet. And I don't think I can actually fit anything else in between there, so I might just use another little strip, which I could get from here. It's like not quite thick enough for a quarter box, but a little bit too much. I wonder if I could just put something in there. I don't, because I feel like this is too thin. Sorry. Part of the fun is just trying to get it to all aesthetically match and come together. Let's put this guy. So this is, I ordered a bunch of digital stickers from Peaceful Mind Designs, and this is one of them where I've just like printed a bunch for myself. And it's so much more economical for me. Just because I make my own stickers, so I have all the machinery and the equipment to do it, so it just makes sense. But I know that for some people, I mean, her sticker quality is so good anyways that if I didn't have a machine, I would gladly just order them. But I like the idea that I can just forever just keep churning out my own stickers now with the same design, and it doesn't cost me anything except for the paper and ink. Sorry, I'm trying to pull this out. I think it's like, oh no, I don't know if it's been cut properly, so it's like kind of ripping. Oh dear. Alright, so if you ever come into this problem with sticker shops, because it happens with me as well, happens to the best of us, and you notice that the sticker probably wasn't cut right through, I just like to go over the edges again with a blade, just gently so I don't cut too deeply, and that usually helps pull it up. Okay, I've kind of ripped it here a little bit. Let's see how we go. I've already kind of torn it, so I don't know if it's going to survive, but I'm determined to still use it. Okay. I mean, it's definitely seen better days. I've kind of torn it just here, but that's okay. I'm still going to use it because it's still totally usable. But yeah, unfortunately, these things can happen, and it's really hard to know because you can't check every sticker before you ship it out, otherwise you're just ripping all your stickers up. So I understand. I feel like owning a sticker shop has just made me more understanding of these sort of errors, but I also understand like customers who maybe aren't, who don't run sticker shops, and they're just like, this is really bad, like why would you sell something like this? So that's the joy of being a sticker shop owner and a sticker shop customer. So did my Japanese homework. Always do that on Wednesday. Looking back on Wednesday, when I think about it, I think it was actually a pretty sad day because I had another person, yes. Actually, it was either Wednesday or Thursday, I can't quite remember. I'm just gonna put it on a Wednesday. But I remember just feeling really upset because somebody I really love at work had just handed in their resignation, and I was already feeling really bad. Because someone else that I work for, who I love so much, resigned the week before. And so I was already feeling not so great. And then again, someone in the team whom I really get along with. I mean, I get along with most people in my team, but this person was just really lovely, and they've resigned as well. Both people have resigned for completely different reasons. So I'm happy for both of them because I think they're going to achieve the happiness that they want. But it still means that I'm sad because I just really want them to stick around forever. It's so sad when you find people you really love working with and then they just move on because all the good people always find better opportunities, I guess. So I spent so much of the evening just binge watching TV, but I don't actually even remember what I was watching. Usually when I'm feeling anxious or sad, I will just go into a bit of a binging state of media. So binge watching media. I'll just put media. It's usually either something on a streaming service or I just like run through lots and lots of YouTube videos. It's either or. One thing that I remember actually getting a little bit of time to do, which I'm glad I did, is actually, I started doing, where should I put this? I want to use one of these. I never figure out how to use these flags, but to be fair, it like that actually looks nicer than anything I could do, so I might just put this here. I've been trying to consume more online learning, and so I don't know if I called it enrolled, but I've started looking at something around blogging courses. Well, enrolled, I guess I'm watching a blogging course, which sounds weird because I've been blogging for such a long time, but I feel like I'm good at just writing whatever I feel and just throwing it on the internet. But I've not been very strategic about it, and I think I'd like to try and just kind of understand the ins and outs of it better. I feel like I already do, but I think if you get to a point in your life where you're like, I don't think I have anything else to learn, that is a problem in itself. And so I don't want to ever stop learning, because I don't feel like I would ever know everything. I feel like there's always more to learn. And I'm going to put this here too, because I did register a new... Actually, I registered a new domain that evening. Somehow, between all the binging, I managed to... I went through a couple of blog courses, and then I also did register a new domain. Not related to planning or any of this. It's more actually related to my day job, which I don't know if I'll ever blog more actively about the topics in my day job, but I like the option. Thursday's a pretty standard templated day for me. I feel like often it's always the same every week, which is good and bad. So we had so we did actually watch a new documentary. I don't actually remember. It's the latest one that David Attenborough released. Okay, I think it's called A Life on Our Planet. And if you guys are interested in what did I say? Planet. Can't spell. If you guys are really interested in sustainability and everything around that, but you're very skeptical of what media you consume because there is very triggering and biased media out there. I mean, to be fair, it can be quite a little, how do you say, it's not very convincing because it feels so biased sometimes. At least that's how I feel. I'm going to put this down as my date sticker icon. It's date night. So for date night, we would probably eat something like Japanese sushi and watch something. And that day we decided to watch A Life on Our Planet. But I really love learning more about sustainability, but I really want to focus more on facts. The problem is even facts can be swayed depending on the context it comes in. So it's very easy to, so it's extremely easy to still be biased with your facts, as much as I would love facts to just be facts, but it's not always possible. So you kind of have to consume everything with a grain of salt and using your own thoughts and experiences to see if this is something that you think is reasonable. Basically what I'm saying is that no matter what you consume, even if you're just reading even scientific research and stuff, you still need to put your own filter on it, because everything comes with a level of bias. How you present it, how you word it, the tone that it comes across, it reads with a level of bias to it. And I find that a lot of sustainability documentaries, especially on Netflix, are really, really biased. And so it's difficult for me to really buy into what they're saying, because I just like, well, how much of this is just your personal opinion? Yeah, I'm not saying all of it is like that, but that's just generally been my experience. But I found that the one from David Attenborough was so well done. I think it's also because, to be honest, I have such a high level of trust of him. I grew up watching all his wildlife documentaries in school. He was a major figure, so there's a huge amount of trust that I have in him, and I really loved that documentary, and it inspired me to kind of focus and re-look at some of the things that I was doing in my own life. Sorry, I'm just like getting muddled up in my thoughts, but I also want to try and plan. We did have our Japanese lesson, so I'm just going to put down Japanese here. Japanese, because why not? Good practice for me. I I had to get up so early this morning because this day, like, Tobias doesn't really have a set day, but on the days that he has to go into the office, he has to get up so early. And it's probably not even that early, because back in the day I used to get up at like 6 a.m. and to go to work, and that was nothing. That was just what you do to go to work. But I think I've been so spoiled with all the lockdowns that I've become very accustomed to sleeping more. Definitely been sleeping a lot more since lockdown, which is really nice. I don't know. I don't know if I should have made that more scented. Let's make it scented. Yeah. So, too early. Because all we're doing is getting up at like 6:45 on the days that Tobias has to go, because he's got such a long commute to get to work. So it's really not that much, but it feels torturous because we're so not used to that anymore. It's funny how your body can just adjust to a new way of living, right? So let me put this here. The good thing though is that when Tobias has to go into the office, I will naturally get up early. We tend to like to get up together so we can share the morning. It means that I have so much time before my job starts, so I get to be productive and creative, or whatever I need to do. And I think I actually was doing orders that morning. So let me just see where. I'm just gonna put this one from Peaceful Mind Design, a little silhouette cutter. This is also Peaceful Mind Design. Working on stickers. I don't know if I pointed out this one. This is from Peaceful Mind Designs as well. This is from Stick With Me. So that was Thursday. Sorry, I just completely lost my train of thought when it came to the documentary. It really inspired me to try eating more vegetables as opposed to meat. I'm not a vegetarian nor am I vegan, but I think I've always been really interested in trying to see how much of my diet I could naturally change without feeling like I was going to be thinking about food too much. I don't know how to explain this. If I don't eat things that feel good to me, then food becomes a very strong focus on my attention, and I tend to think about it, dream about it. It becomes, and then I can't function properly during the day because that's all I'm thinking about whether I didn't eat the things I wanted or nothing was delicious or anything like that. So what I've tried to do is create meals that are healthy, that still satisfy that focus, but then it's like, because they're good and I like them, I don't think about food anymore. And so food is just something that sustains me as opposed to a focus point where I obsess over it. I'd really love to get to a point where most, if not all, my meals were vegetarian and I didn't think about it anymore. It was just really simple. I guess it's hard because even when you go out to restaurants and stuff, the majority of the menu will have meat in it, and then it's like a small portion is vegetarian, which is still really surprising in today's day and age. I felt like maybe if there were more options, it wouldn't be so difficult. But anyways, that's what the documentary made me think about. So I was very conscious about, I think what I want to do, I should keep writing, thank goodness it's Friday. I think what I want to do is track all my meals and just mark down the ones that were either vegetarian or vegan, just so I can kind of get a view as to how much meat and dairy I'm actually consuming. And then from there, I feel like it might be easier to figure out how to build up more vegetables in my diet. I don't know. That's just me thinking out loud, and I'm hoping that this is a safe enough space that I can talk about that sort of stuff without people trying to tell me how I should and shouldn't do stuff. I feel like I've been thinking about it for so long, but it's always a topic I'm scared to talk about because I feel like people are very passionate about it, which is great, but it can be quite intimidating for people like myself who are still trying to I want to figure this out on my own, and I don't really want to have people push their opinions and ways on me. And it can be quite difficult then to feel open if I feel like I can't talk about it without someone telling me what to do. Does that make sense? I don't know. So this Friday was actually a really good day. I had gone into the office, so I actually had to drive to the office, which I will mark down. And I was going in because we had a massively long, it was like almost 4 hours long to be honest, meeting to talk about delivery strategy, which is the area of focus in my day job. It sounds really general when I say it like that, but part of my job is to try and improve the way we work in terms of delivering software and digital solutions, and so it was around just trying to improve that. So drive to work, and because it was such a big meeting, so many of my colleagues had come in, and it was so nice to see a lot of my peers. Like usually I just see the people I directly work with every single day, which is my actual team. But in this instance, it was a lot of people who they're not necessarily in my team. They manage other teams, and so it was so nice to see them all. So we had a really nice lunch. And I remember this lunch because I'd watched the documentary, I was like, all right, I'm gonna make sure that all my meals are vegetarian for this, at least the next couple of days. And it was so easy to slip up, because let me tell you, these icon stickers haven't been cut right through, so they're kind of ripping a little bit. Just these ones here, I don't know if you can see, I'm pretty zoomed in. Let me see if I can, I'd have to put some, okay, I don't know. It's kind of, all right. It's, unfortunately, it's kind of ripping apart. So I might just have to discard that icon. Yeah, I feel like maybe this one didn't get cut through all the way. It's okay, I'll reach into my book. So we had pasta for lunch. One of my co-workers recommended this really delicious place. It was so good. I'm just gonna put a generic eating sticker. What was it called? I think it was Etong. Lunch. And it was nice because some of my co-workers have onboarded whilst we were going through COVID in 2020, and so I've not had a chance to really chat to them. I've seen them in person, usually for meetings and stuff, but having lunch with them was just really nice. Just sit and kind of chill and just talk about our lives, which was really nice. I just felt like it was a really long work day, so I'm just gonna like long meeting, because it was a really long meeting, but it was a really good one, and I'm glad we did it. And then after that, I met Tobias after work. We actually went for drinks, like work drinks, but I didn't drink anything. I more just sit around and watch everyone drink, because you guys know I don't drink alcohol, and usually work drinks are alcoholic based. I won't put that down. I think I'm just gonna put down dinner with Tobias. So that was where it kind of got messy, because when he came into the when he came to pick me up, he's like, "What do you want to eat?" And I'm like, "I feel like Japanese food," and I just ate like a bunch of fish because we had sushi, so I ate fish, and I was like, oh, that like completely ruined the streak that I had going, which I was a bit disappointed in myself that it was so easy for me to slip up. So this one is from Once More with Love. I'm gonna mark down, actually, I'm gonna use this one. Ugh. Hope this is cut okay-ish. I hope it's straight. It's hard to really gauge that. So we had a sushi dinner, which was really nice, but I was a bit disappointed that I fell off the wagon so easily without even realizing it. But that's okay, because all I did was just get right back on and try it again on Saturday. And Saturday was actually a really good day. I managed to make sure that all my meals that day were like meat free, so I was very proud of myself. I know it might sound so like minor and silly to most people, but it was just a focus for me, I guess. It's something that I'm just trying to work on in my own way. So in the evening, we went to do some grocery shopping. So these stickers are from Carolina's Craft. I still love her stickers. We did some grocery shopping. It's just a lot of the issues I have with US-based sticker shops is that they have to impose tracking for their orders, which I totally understand, but tracking is like 24 Australian dollars. It's the same for Australia, to be honest. We're kind of in that situation now, so shipping for stickers that are worth only a few dollars is so expensive, and it doesn't make it worthwhile anymore. I wish there was a way around it because I would love to order more from international stores, but right now I tend to just only order from Canadian stores, European stores. They tend to still have the cheap shipping. And then if I do America, it will usually be during a massive sale period like Black Friday. Okay, so now we're on to the weekend. And I'll put the weekend banner down. This weekend was really nice. Tobias and I didn't really have any plans with any friends. So, actually that's a lie. Instant lie, Celina, because I did have my cookies coda on Saturday. And that took up pretty much the whole day because we work from 11 to, what time do we work from? 11 to 6 p.m. So yeah, instant lie. I totally forgot about it. Cookie coda. But it means that unless I'm really diligent on a Saturday morning, get up early so that I can go do something, the morning is pretty much a write-off and I don't get much done. So I'm just going to put down the full boxes whilst I'm here. I think I'm going to put this one at the bottom. I feel like it just looks nicer, more balanced. We did cook family dinner here because we try to cook dinner for the entire family at least once a week. I think it's nice. We get to experiment with new dishes and cuisines. I'm going to use this guy. He's like cute panda from Stick With Me. Oh, this one is from Once More With Love. Sorry, I keep forgetting to mention the shops. This one is from Sweet Quiet Designs, Once More With Love, I think I said that, and Peaceful Mind Designs. So we did a delicious family dinner. So I think we're getting to a point where the stuff we're working on with my friends in the Cookies Coda group, we might be in a position where we could release it pretty soon to the public. I'm not sure. Working on profiles. Because we're going to... Everything we're building is local environment at the moment, which just means it's being built on someone's computer. But the goal for the next session is to actually launch that into the cloud. We're using Amazon, if you guys are curious, if you guys work in IT and are just curious. Using AWS. And so what we're hoping is that if we can get to the cloud, it means that we can get other people to access it. Basically, it goes on the internet then. And so we can actually start testing it and seeing what people think. The app we're building, I don't want to get too much into it yet because it could still change a little bit, but it's basically around encouraging people to grow their own herbs and vegetables at home, regardless of the space you live in. So how to grow them in an apartment, how to grow them in an apartment block, or if you live in a small space or anything like that. There are certain herbs that I just feel are always going to be better fresh. And so to me, encouraging and showing people how to grow them is like a big passion of mine. I mean, you guys have seen how much time and money I've put into gardening. So I thought it'd be a really great project. And all my friends are really on that. And all my friends are really into it as well. So I thought it'd be nice to build a solution that could help people do that. So that's what the Cookies Coda project is. As I said, it's not really my thing. It's a shared thing with other people. So I just contribute to it where I can. But that was pretty much our Saturday. Sunday was much more productive, although I'm not sure how I'm going to illustrate everything on here. I'll do my best. We finally got some solid furniture shopping in, though we bought no furniture. That's what I mean by it's like it was productive, but I don't know if it was. We are looking, the main things we're looking for right now is a couch, because we don't actually own a couch. Tobias and I, strangely, have always been glued to our computers. So we furniture shopping. We never have actually bought one before, so we're trying to find one that fits the space perfectly. Our space where the couch is going to go is not super big. It's quite not to say limited, it is quite small in its area, so we can't get just any couch, and we want to make sure that it doesn't feel overwhelming. So we want to make sure everything's lifted off the floor so it doesn't feel like the space is smaller than it already is. What did we have for lunch now? Yesterday. Actually, I can't remember what we ate. I'm just going to put this little burger because it's such a bad reason to use it, but I want to use it up because it's not sticking very well on my book. So if I put it here, then it's used up. But yeah, so we found the couch we think we're gonna go with. We found it there yesterday, then we wanted to go back to the house, and what we do is put sticky tape on the floor just to see how much space it takes up, and I think it's perfect. So probably not sure about next weekend because next weekend we already have plans, but one of the upcoming weekends we will definitely go back and order it. So then we had lunch, and then we did a bunch of errands after that. We went to Kmart just to get some containers and some, what else did we get? Shoes, slippers. So the one thing I really love about our house is that there is a very distinct entry area, which we love to just call the genkan. The genkan is just a Japanese term for the entry area. It's a little bit more distinct in Japanese homes because it's like a physical level, like a step lower, and it's where you put your shoes. But for us, it's a tiled area, and then it goes on to say like the carpet or floorboards. So we just call it genkan, and we have this adorable little penguin that sits there, and that's where we store all our guest slippers. And so we've just been buying little bits and pieces to make it more homely. Kmart shopping. But I definitely want to show you guys pictures of it when it's more put together. But I just love having a little entry area. It's a great way to tell people to take their shoes off. Some people are just very used to wearing shoes at home. I am not that sort of person. It's like shoes have to go off, and then the home is not where shoes are. So yeah. Let me put my last full box down. After we went shopping, I think we actually went. We didn't do groceries, but we did go back to the supermarket to pick up a few extra bits and pieces because I want to spend some time making drinks, fancy drinks at home. I love bubble tea in Starbucks, but I hate the price point. It's so expensive. So I'm determined to try and figure out how to make more of them at home. Okay, I'm going to put this half box down here. In the evening, I pretty much spent all of it doing orders, which I'm gonna have to dispatch soon. But yeah, let me pick a different sticker for working on orders. I'm sorry, I don't remember the store owner for this particular sticker, but it's really cute. Working on orders. And then got a little bit of space left here, so if I could find, I wish I could find like a grocery store sticker, like a small one. Maybe I'll just cheat a little bit and use this like food sticker, this one, to mark down grocery shopping, even though technically it wasn't grocery shopping, but we were buying food. Cool. All right. I think that is pretty much my entire spread. Let me zoom out. So this is my entire spread. There's a little bit of space here, but I might just leave it and maybe do some like drawings or something on the side later on when I'm feeling more motivated. But yeah, this is my entire week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. This is Celina reporting from my room. Back to the internet.